Alright, we're back at it. Second time for the day for this variation. This is the 20-inch $200 special, $220 special that PSA ran. 20-inch barrel, full floating rail, came with bolt carrier group, charging handle. Price too good to pass up. You know, a lot of people cap on PSA that are just, you know, they're set in their ways. If they don't like something, they don't like it. For me, I've operated so much of their stuff and just I have not had any of their parts fail me yet. I have had loose hand guards and stupid little things that don't bother me. You know, so if you're know your way around a toolbox, or if you have patience, you can send that back to PSA and they'll tighten that up for you if you have issues, something that minor. But you know, I always buy my stuff, pull it apart, put it back together, and make sure everything's in spec. So with that being said, with this one, you know, I couldn't pass it up. 220 bucks, 20-inch barrel. You know, let's see what happens. The lineup is the same as the one if you didn't watch the other video. I'll go through it again. 3-shot groups, 7 different kinds of ammo. I'm starting off with the 55 grain Hornady Frontier, and then I'm moving on to the American Eagle 55 grain, Monarch 55 grain, which, you know, I see it at Academy. I don't ever see anybody use it but me, so people probably could care less. But you have a Hornady Whitetail. This is a 60 grain. Then you got your Federal 62 grain Fusion, and the Hornady Black, which out of the Cold Hammer Forge version, it did the best. And then this one right here is the 64 grain Winchester Hog. That stuff went 1 inch out of the KS-47, an inch and a half out of the 10.5 inch variant of the KS-47. So I was expecting to do pretty good out of this. Could be wrong. You know, different strokes for different folks. Also applies to weapons. Certain barrels and rifles and everything, they're going to have the preferred weights and charges. So, but we're going with off-box stuff. Let's go ahead and knock out these rounds. 7 targets. We'll go down there and we'll measure it and see how it looks. This thing's still a little warm for me to get it dialed in with a few rounds, so I'm trying to just see what happens with these things staying hot. You know, that's if I get one that stays tight groups while it's hot, that's a damn good barrel. You know, so we'll see. This is run of the mill, nothing special, but it might surprise us. That's all she wrote. I will say that even though the rounds hitting are generally pretty consistent as far as where they need to be, each one of these rounds damn near moved wherever it wanted to be in relation to whatever that round's charge is and its weight. This thing did not, unlike the Cold Hammer Forge version that was actually keeping them in the ballpark and they didn't move a lot, my groups were left or high and then right and then low. It was, and you know, the same 3 rounds would stick where they're supposed to. But let's go down there and check it out and see what it looks like. Alright, we're back down range with this 20-inch variant of the PSA. We got the Winchester white box, I'm sorry, the Federal. The Frontier, I had a box, Winchester white box that usually runs like trash, so it's there on the table, but I'm not using it. This is the Hornady, this is the Frontier. It's 2.8, you know, just under 3 inches. This guy had a flyer. It shot like crap anyway, so it's a little 2-shot group. It's under 2 inches, but it's far enough up here to where, you know, we don't want to talk about that guy. Let's see, your American Eagle was what that one was. This is the Monarch. The Monarch actually did okay. I mean, for what it is for cheap stuff. 1.75. It's got two of them that stacked, and then I had that one fly out a little bit. And then we've got our Hornady whitetail. Hornady whitetail pulled right at 3 inches. So pretty expensive for that stuff for what it is, but you know, whatever. Let's see, the Federal Fusion, it went right at 2 inches. So, you know, it's not exactly super impressive. This did pretty well on the other one, but it's still on this one. It went. This is the Hornady Black. That's 2 1/4 inches, and then the Winchester Hog. It actually went 1.75. So there we are on that. I don't feel the need to back up and try this again with any of this and letting the barrel cool off, because my results did not vary going from one to the other, letting it cool off with the cold hammer forged. But out the box for $220 for an upper, you know, it's not really too bad depending on what ammo you use. But like I said, I'd like to come back and try these two that I've done and the third one with that 77 grain, just to see what happens. If I can find some, I will. If that's something y'all want to see, comment, yes, man, I want to see what this does with the heavy lead, you know, because it might tighten up a lot. Most of my results I see, people were talking about 67 to 77 grains, or where these things are really stabilizing with these twists. So we'll try it again later on, but for right now, I mean, this is where we're at on steel. I'm not exactly overly enthused with it because my KS-47 shoots tighter groups, and it's 7.62 by 39, so whatever. You know, it might have some special ammo it really loves, it might not, I'm not sure, but alright, so thanks for tuning in for this episode. I'm going to be jumping on this next little cheap version I got of another AR. It's a Radical Arms, $149, no bullet carry group and charging handle. And shoot that one next, see how it does. I'm going to laugh pretty hard if it outshoots all these, because it's just the cheapest piece of crap you could find. So alright, we'll see y'all next time.